Hey quail lovers, I've just decided that through this whole epidemic there is absolutely no shame, and so as per requested, somebody asked about our brooders and how we set them up. So at my last run tonight, I thought I'd give you a bit of a detour. As you can see behind me, we've got some of our indoor cages that we use for breeding purposes only and colour breeding. And you guys have seen in previous videos our outdoor pen. So some of our settings though for our brooders. Again guys, please excuse everything around here. As you can see, as you know, we've just moved. So I'm still in the process of getting everything into the shed, into the house, sorry. But this is one of our brooders. So as you can see, it's very simple. It really is just a melamine box. We have ventilation holes on the side here, as you can see, and at the moment, because it's cool, we will keep them shut. Throughout the day when it gets hot, we'll open those, but definitely at night time we also keep those shut. Through summer in our previous house we had some issues with well, not issues, everybody has vermins and rats and things like that around their house, and we did find one night when we left the holes open and we had a blowout actually of our light. We had an issue with some rats getting in, so we always make sure now at night time we keep these shut. So as you can see, it is just a very simple plain melamine box that's been boxed together. Now at the moment I've only got one light on because I've only got 2 chicks in there. As you can see guys, these are currently not my quail chicks, these are the 2 silky chicks that have hatched. I will be moving these inside tomorrow to make room for the 400 and something quail eggs that we have hatching. Then once we actually have those hatched, we will turn on the second light. So as you can see, we use a 100-watt flood light bulb. For us, we find that it just gives the chicks the opportunity to get the ambient heat. So if they're cold, they can sit right underneath, and if they're too warm, they can actually spread out and regulate themselves correctly. And obviously inside we just have a temperature gauge to regulate the heat underneath the light, a food bowl and a water container. And it's pretty simple guys, depending on how many quail you're hatching. We suggest not to use aluminium because aluminium will heat up. Plastic can also be an issue, again depending on how many quail you are hatching. Given the fact that we hatch on such a large scale, we choose to use these type of brooders. As you can see, this is brooder number 2. It's not cleaned out. We just took the quails out of it before, but it is a very similar setup. So you've just got your lid. This one we have rigged up an automatic waterer, and I'll clean it out tomorrow in preparation for the next lot of quails that are hatching. Now, quail feed, anything we actually hatch, we use chick starter, but we also do grind it down with our Grindomatic to a much finer grade, as you can see, for the little mouths, and we add additives, quail additives or game bird additives they're called, from National Food Solutions Australia. We just find that by grinding it down, it keeps, especially the young ones and our bigger birds, fuller for longer. They're not chickens, and by far are they any other type of game bird, so they do require a much smaller grain to keep them fuller for longer. And just because I can, there are my 2 little baby silkies that have hatched. But I will show you some more once the quails hatch. And guys, look, I hope this has been informative. Please don't hesitate to ask us any questions, and look forward to our next video. Thanks, quail lovers. Blessings. Good night.